Ratels, all of you gather here. Let all Ratels gather here. Let me show you something very interesting. You see this Ratel movement here. Ratels then get sense. Ratels to get sense. Now let me tell you the reason why they God see sense. Why they sat down and decided to create another curriculum that is different entirely from the traditional one that we are using in schools. Why they sat down? How many of you remember this? How many of you identify this thing? This is the federal government curriculum. This is how the federal government curriculum is. This is what they have been using to teach our students. Now this thing that they use to teach people for school, we go make students go graduate, they no go see work. Now this thing that they use to teach students for school, where students go graduate, they will not be creative. They will lack their mental power to be creative. They don't destroy them. School don't destroy them. They don't know their purpose in life. They don't know their talents. They don't know anything. They just graduated. No job, not even creativity. This is what they have been using to teach students, to teach our students, to reconfigure their mind, to program their mind, to make their mind dormant and inactive. This is the curriculum. So after going through Ratel, now God bless Ratels. After going through all these things, Ratels now sat down and said, no. If we continue to use this thing to teach our students in this 21st century, we will be getting the same result. So since this thing is not working, they have been using this curriculum for years now, and the result has been the same. You graduate, no work. Even those graduates, if you give them an opportunity to be creative, the creativity don't die. They are not productive, they are not creative. There is the creativity to say, okay, since I graduated, no job, let me create job by myself. We carry file and CV up and down to start looking for job, instead of sitting down to create job for yourself. The ability to create don't die. Now this thing they use, they teach our students so. Where they make everywhere now there is unemployment. Now this thing they call Federal Ministry of Education curriculum. Ratels now sat down and said, since one of the goals of the Ratels is to transform the educational system, it is not just going to be only renovating the school buildings and constructing new school buildings and painting and making the school building beautiful. Yes, those ones are good. Then I sat down and said, okay, since we are also maintaining the physical structure, let us also look at what is going on inside the building. Then they now came up with the new Ratel school curriculum. What is the reason why the Ratels now sat down and designed the new Ratel curriculum? Let me tell you. The reasons plenty. Pay attention to see the difference between the new Ratel curriculum and this thing called the federal government curriculum. Look at the reason now. Listen, they say that the traditional school system has failed the people. That the traditional school system has failed the people, meaning has failed the whole Nigeria. The school system has failed us. And in order for the school system to stop failing us, something has to be done fast. Number one, Ratels thought that, okay, every graduating student is supposed to graduate with at least a skill or handwork to practice after graduation. But that the traditional school has failed to provide practical skill acquisition for the students, thus leaving most of the graduates unemployed and with no creativity. That is reason number one. Reason number two, why the Ratels decided to create a new curriculum. In fact, let me read it out for you. Listen, let me read it out for you. It says that, number two, the traditional curriculum is jam-packed with many worthless and confusing theories targeted at weakening the students' mental power instead of strengthening it and cultivating creativity in the student. You know what that means? Jam-packed. It means that this curriculum that we are using to teach our students nowadays, there are plenty numerous subjects inside. Only the child will learn agric, only the child will learn government, only the child will learn history, only the child will learn literature, only you will learn civic education, you will learn mathematics, you will learn English, you will learn biology, you will learn agriculture, you will learn home economics, you will learn physics, you will learn it's too plenty. It's jam-packed. There are too many unnecessary things for the student to cram and memorize. That is reason number two. Reason number one is that it does not bring creativity. It does not provide room for talent development. Since you go school, your school don't teach you talent development before. Like the talent you are born with, then they help you to discover the talent and then develop it. Your school don't do it for you before. Never. You know they this thing. You know they this thing. That is reason number one. Reason number two, the subjects that the students are learning in the school, it's too plenty. And when these things are much like this, both the teacher and the student can no longer be effective. Reason number three, let me read the reason number three for you. It says that the traditional school system has programmed students to rely on 9 to 5 jobs, which are rarely available. This one. You ask some students, say, maybe they are final year, or even they don't graduate, they're just rounding up. You have to say, so now after graduation, what next? You hear the shocking response, the shocking answer. Next is to get my CV and start searching for a job now. That's the first thing that comes to their mind. After graduation, the next thing is to search for a job. You can prepare your CV, carry file, and start working up and down for 2 years. It's programming. That is what this place is saying. But the Ratel school system is designed to train and equip students to learn handwork and build businesses for themselves, even while schooling. Let me read this again. It says that, but the Ratel school system is designed to train and equip students to learn handwork and build businesses for themselves, even while schooling. It means that as you go school, year 1, year 2, year 3, you don't already they make money. With the way this thing is structured, you need to see this curriculum. It means that a student can be going to school and still be making money while schooling. Ratel, on our brain too much. Number 4, listen. It says that parents waste a lot of money to send their children to the traditional schools. This one is true. KG, you go pay. Nursery, you go pay. Primary 1 to 6, you go pay. JS1 to JS3, you go pay. SS1 to 3, you go pay. University, you go pay. Do you know how much be school fees for one term? Talk of 1 year, talk of 20 years. You go buy food, you go buy uniform, textbook. Parents, they are really paying. They are really paying. At the end of all the payment, nothing comes out of it, nothing. So look at the reason the Ratels give. Number 4 reason why they created an alternative school system. Listen, they say parents waste a lot of money to send their children to the traditional schools, but that the Ratel system of education will not cost much fund from the parents. That means Ratels has already provided alternative to all those spending. Your students will go to school without you spending all that much money you are spending. Number 5 reason. The insecurity in Nigeria is a matter of grave concern. The traditional school system has failed to raise future adults who would value peace over bloodshed. You know what this thing means? You know what this thing means? It means that you see schools today, they encourage, whether directly or indirectly, they encourage cultism, they encourage ritualism, they encourage antisocial behavior. All these things lead to bloodshed. If our students were thoroughly trained, they would have trained them spiritually, they would have trained them morally. And somebody who has moral upbringing will never find pleasure in bloodshed. Now, that is what they are trying to say here. So now, this moral upbringing is going to be compulsory in the Ratel system of education. Number 6, it says that the rigid school system does not consider the moral development of the students a top priority. Hence, the moral cancer eating up the society of the young people today. This means that you go to school. In fact, you see where schools, they are playing, they are doing party, end of year party, all those school students graduation party, or all those school activities. They play all those songs, shake your hand, shake your bum, shake your, and then they'll say dancing competition. All those young children, they are coming. They come outside and they are dancing to all this kind of music. You see, primary, nursery school children, they are doing graduation party, and the school, we put those music. These are the schools that ought to be there to teach the children morality. And then they are teaching the children, shake your bum, shake your breast, shake your yash, and then the children are clapping and dancing, and then some of them even memorize the songs. You see the kind of dressing that they are giving to these children to wear. Do you understand? Now, these things are going to stop. No, the next one says that the goal of true education is to discover and develop the God-given talent in every child. But the traditional school system does not create any environment for practical talent development. What this means is that the reason why a child goes to school is not to cram book. The reason why a child goes to school is so that the school will help the child discover his or her talent, develop the talent and encourage the child to use the talent to better the world and his life. But that the school system does not have something like talent development. But now, in this Ratel school system, there is now talent development. Do you understand? He said, this is the problem that the Ratel school system has come to fix. This is the number 8 reason, so you never finish. Ratel. God bless VDM. God bless VDM. Now, number 9 says, listen to number 9. No? He said, sex education is not taught in the traditional school system. Because of this negligence, the destinies of many vulnerable students have been destroyed. You see young people at early age, they are already practicing sexuality. They are going into different sexual practices. Rape here and there. Pornography. All these things is because the school does not provide sex education for the students. And because the school, who is supposed to be a body of knowledge, does not provide sex education for the student, then they go out to the society and learn it from the society the wrong way. The next reason says, financial education is not in the traditional school curriculum. This is why most of our young people do not know how to make money and manage money well. Oh, God. So right now, it means that the Ratel system of education, there's going to be financial education. They will start teaching our children how to make money, how to manage money, how to invest money, how to even spend money. Check in your house now. Somebody come, dash your pikin 1,000, 10,000, 5,000, 200 naira, 500 naira. You don't run, go Malam kiosk to go and buy sweet and biscuit immediately. Once money comes to them, phew, they go and spend it. You give them money to school. They have food. They have food in their food pack. They never finish them. They have to go and spend that money. They're not hungry, but they can spend that money because they lack financial education. Now, that financial education that this useless curriculum is not teaching, that financial education that this useless curriculum is not teaching is what the Ratel school curriculum has introduced. Oh. Next one says, purpose fulfillment is the end goal of true education. Sadly, most school graduates don't know what their purpose in life is. This one not true. Somebody, you will graduate from SS, after SS3, you ask the student, what is your talent? He will tell you, say no. A university graduate, what is your talent? What is your purpose in life? They don't have clue of what is purpose. Purpose. They don't know what their purpose in life is, and it's a shame. But now, in the Ratel school system, there's going to be purpose education, meaning that every human being that came to this world have a purpose. And the Ratel school, the Ratel movement, the Ratel school system, we help that child to identify your talent. Not just your talent, we help that child to also identify your purpose in life. So that as you are journeying in this life, you already have in mind what your talent is. You already have in mind what your purpose is. You see? look at what is here now. It says the holes in the traditional school system are countless. It says Ratel schools is not out to fill the holes, but to transform the system completely. It's not out to fill the holes, but to transform the system completely. It's like you're going on the road and you see potholes. Then you just take materials and then fill the potholes and then leave it like that. No. He said, we will break all the road and reconstruct it from beginning. Wow. So these are the reasons. These are the reasons why the Ratel movement decided to create an alternative school system. Continue watching, you will hear more.